Hello, Scrappy Peeps. Suzanna here today for Scrapbooking Boys to Men, a series that I'm doing with my friends, Scrapbooking Boys, all the way through to adulthood, and trying to use the alphabet as our inspiration. So today is the letter T, and I am doing tech support for the letter T, and I am working with my August Freckled Fawn kit. So I have this photo of my son sitting on the couch with my mom, his grandmother, and he is providing tech support for her. This has long been a topic that I have wanted to do. I've just never really found the photo that I like with the collection that I like, and while I could have gone a very different direction with this, with the tech and using computers and all of those fun things, I really liked the way that the color palette of this August kit went with this particular photo. And so that is the direction that sort of governed the way that this layout was going to go. So one of the 6x8 pieces of pattern paper is that sunbeam. And so I am going to use that as a large focal point in the layout here, and then I'm going to use that floral half circle to sort of represent the sun. That photo is very dark. I really wish that I had edited it differently when I took it, but they were sitting in the dark, they were sitting on a red couch, and I wanted the couch to not be so vibrantly red, which I think is why I edited it the way that it is edited. That is a funny word, edited. And so I can't find it in my photo history, so I'm just going to go with it because it's one that I printed, and voila. So I did not print it with a white background, so I'm just going to mat it on a little bit of white, and in a large part the reason I'm going to do that is because, again, the photo is so dark and I want to tone that down a little bit. I am also going to have to find a way to incorporate some black somewhere else into the layout for a little bit of balance in between the blacks and the lights there. So that is a piece of leftover striped paper from a previous, I want to say it was also it was actually, it was a sketch-based layout that I did last week, maybe, with my Freckled Fawn kit. So that was left over, and that is going to be up there. And in a minute, you'll see, maybe more than a minute, but you'll see that I'm going to flip this. So I'm going to build the layout, and then I'm going to flip it. So this photo was taken, I was standing above them at the top of the stairs, and the couch is on the wall that the stairs is on. It's one of those, you can look over the railing, and so I liked the way that the stripes of the, this is sort of one of those behind the scenes stories, I liked the way that the stripes, it was almost like the stripes in the banister of the railing there. And so my perspective standing taking the photo is actually of the photo going the opposite direction of what it is now. And so it works both ways. So you'll see how I flip that. I have put some of the 3x4 pocket cards on either side. Again, you can't really see the white and the light, but I'm just hoping to take away some of the depth of the darkness that is in the photo there. With your Freckled Fawn kit, every month you get a chipboard embellishments as well, so I'm using a couple of those chipboard pieces, and you'll see I integrate a few more of them off camera. This is a very muted sort of purpley mauve color palette, violet more than purple color palette, and it's got those, you can see there's a mint green and a muted forest green, but I couldn't incorporate that into the layout, and so it's kind of a monochromatic layout in a way. So you also always get some epoxy or some puffy stickers. I am using these hearts as sort of arrows. I'm going to use them to enhance the raise that is on this particular pattern paper. I am actually going to use some liquid adhesive. You can see my liquid adhesive from ThermoWeb at the top right up there. I'm going to use that Ultra Bond to adhere these down because when I tried sewing them, they kept shifting. So I'm literally just going to go over to my sewing machine, and you'll see that in a second, and just stitch a straight line down each of those rays to secure the hearts, but also just to provide a little bit of texture and visual interest to the page. You saw that chipboard piece that I have that I really wanted to integrate into the layout, and I do it so that everything ends up being this central line down the center of the photo. And the way that that center line works, you can see how it takes away from the darkness of the photo. So the other thing you're going to get with your Freckled Fawn kit every month is a set of labels. These labels are off-white in the center, and my plan here was that I was going to stagger them, but with the movement of the sun rays coming in towards the center, and then the movement of the lines behind the photo, those vertical lines going parallel vertical, that it just wasn't going to work. I had too much chaotic movement going on, and so I do end up lining them, as you're going to see me do right here, directly underneath the photo, which when I flip it ends up being above the photo, and that is where I decide is going to be the perfect place to house my title as well as my journaling there. I do adhere each of the chipboard pieces with liquid adhesive, as well as I said previously, the puffy sticker hearts. They don't stick very well in my mind, and so they just need a little help, especially when you're storing things upright, which is what I do in my albums. I don't want them falling off the pages when I've spent so much time already building the layout. So every kit also comes with 2 sheets of washi, and so I want to incorporate the washi into the page somehow, and I really like those hearts. My original plan had been that I was going to use strips of the washi in the sunburst that's over there and just add more layers to that, but I really wanted to keep this simple because you have so much movement in the pattern papers there. So I thought that would be great in the label there to sort of embellish the label, and that was going to be where I was going to house my title. So you can see these are the letter stickers that come with the kit, but the problem is I really wanted to incorporate black, and I felt like unless I put those letters on black, you weren't going to be able to see them. So I happen to have purchased separately these black letter stickers, and they are the perfect contrast complement really to the black photo, and so that is what I'm going to use for my title text support. So again, this is part of a series that I'm working on, Scrapbooking Boys to Men, and this is the letter T. We are nearing the end of the alphabet. Sarah Scraps is playing along with me today, so be sure to head over to her channel and check out her super awesome T-inspired layout. Also be sure to check out Freckled Fawn. Their kits are super awesome. I really like that you don't have to do a lot of coordinating with these kits, and I have managed to make some really cool, simple, but yet detailed layouts with them, and I don't have to pull much else in, which is super nice. So I also wanted to point out that, you know, boy layouts don't have to necessarily be themed. This is tech support, and I didn't have to have computer stuff to it, but in a way it was also reflective of his relationship with his grandmother. So that is going to wrap it up. I have some close-ups to follow. Be sure to head over to Sarah Scraps' channel and enjoy the close-ups. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you are doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.